Hey friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how I did these wedding inspired nails. Alright, let's get started. So I first start prepping my nails, and here I'm just using a cuticle drill to make sure that I get all the dry skin and anything that will make my nails lift. So I'm just going in there carefully and making sure that I get all the dead skin and just, again, getting around the cuticle areas. If you don't have a nail drill, you can use a cuticle pusher. And then after pushing it, you can use a cuticle remover liquid and put it on. Again, but that you don't want to use a lot of that. And then after, just make sure that your cuticle is soft, and then you can push away the dead skin. And it hurts my pride. I'm affected by go back and forth, undecided. You and I just spiral. Wonder why we fighting. How could you have questioned me? Shouldn't be on yesterday. I remember like yesterday. Gave you my best, you just gave it away. How could you have questioned me? Shouldn't be on yesterday. I remember like yesterday. Gave you my best, you just gave it away. That's special. I still don't know how to let go. I didn't even buy it. All it was even lost. Never even lost. Going to forget what we had. That's special. I still don't know how to let go. I didn't even buy it. All it was even. After prepping my cuticles, I go ahead and gently buff my nails. Alright, so after buffing, I go ahead and spray on some alcohol, and then I wipe off the dust. And then after we want to go ahead and put on your dehydrator. This again also helps to make sure that your nails don't lift, and then it also makes the gel adhere to your nails better. You want to make sure that you don't want to put too much dehydrator. You just want to put just enough for it to dehydrate your nails. If you do too much, your nails lift. Here, I was just showing you guys that I went ahead and nipped away any dead skin around my nail bed. This tool is very good for beginners, especially because if you use a cuticle nipper, I think for beginners, you can cut your skin if you don't know how to properly use it. So this I think is safer for beginners. Alright, so while I wait for my dehydrator to dry on my nail, I go ahead and prep my nail extensions. So here I'm just using primer to etch the nails. You can use a nail drill or you can use a nail filer to etch the nails, but another simple way of doing it is just using a nail primer, making sure that you're covering the areas that's going to cover on top of your nail bed. And then again, same thing that you did with your dehydrator, you don't want to overdo it with this. You just want to use enough that it will cover the areas that's going to be on your nail beds. Okay, so now we're back on our actual nails. So while we wait for the primer to dry on the nail extensions, we actually prime our nails. This also helps to make sure that our nails is prepped and ready for the gel X, and it makes it also adhere better to the nail. After you apply the primer, you want to go ahead and wait about 1 minute before moving on to the next step. Again, you want to make sure that everything dries down before you move on to the next step. And then also, you never want any of these products to touch your actual skin. If anything touches your skin, you want to go ahead and use rubbing alcohol to wipe around your skin. So after applying primer and waiting for it to dry, now I'm ready to put on my Gel X glue. It's really Builder Gel, guys. It's Builder Gel that all these different companies sell, and then say you can use it for your Gel X. But realistically, it's really Builder Gel. So now I'm just going ahead and applying a thin coat of that. I'm just doing one coat of that, and then I'm going ahead and making sure that that covers my entire nail bed. And again, if it touches my skin, I go ahead and clean around it. You more than I should. I can't help but love you. All the words that try to go back and forth. Girl, I'm tired. Give you my life. My love is so one-sided. How could you ever question me? Shake me in my chest today.
I remember like it's yesterday. Gave you my best, you just gave it away. How could you ever question me? Shake me in my chest today. I remember like it's yesterday. Gave you my best, you just gave it away.
So after cleaning around my nails and making sure that I don't have any gel on my skin, I go ahead and cure my nails for 60 seconds. Always read the bottle and see what it says. I know somebody may say 60 seconds, some might probably say 90 seconds. Don't ever go above what the bottle says. You never want to over cure your nails, and you also never want to like go below the number that you're saying, because if your nails don't cure properly, you can get allergic to the gel. Okay, so now we're ready to apply our Gel X. So here I am just applying the gel to my nail extension and making sure that, again, covering the area that's going to be on top of my nail bed. So because this is going to be on my second finger or my index finger, and making sure that I have enough gel on it, I go ahead and paint it, and then after I scrape the rest of the gel onto the nail extension, and then I put it on top of my nail, 45-degree angle or parallel to my nails, and then I put it on top, and then I cure it in the small lamp for 30 seconds, and then after I go ahead and continue with the rest of my nail. So this is my first time trying the overlay method, and this just helps your nails not to lift. So if you are like a new at doing your Gel X and you always find trouble with your nails lifting, this is just a great method. With this method, it's great for if the nail extension is too small for your nails. So the overlay method helps your nails not to lift. So instead of applying it where your cuticle area is, you would apply it halfway on your nail bed, and then go ahead and cure it for 30 seconds. And then after you apply, you would cure all your nails for 60 seconds. Here, I'm just applying some of the gel beneath my nail extensions to avoid any dust, especially when I'm drilling or buffing my nails. The overlay method also helps with if your nail extension is small for your nail bed, because you're going to go ahead and apply Builder Gel on top of it. It's going to help create a different layer on top of it. So it really helps your nails, again, not to lift. And if you don't have a good size for your nail extension, or if your nail extension doesn't fit your nail bed. So here I am just cutting my nails because I realized I don't want long nails. Honestly, I kind of regretted it because I was like, oh, this looks so good. But also the short nails really did come out cute. But I'm here just cutting my nails away. Okay, so since we did the overlay method, we need to buff and drill the nail to make sure that it looks just like our natural nail. And otherwise, it's going to look crazy when you apply your gel color. And some of the color is like on your natural nail, and then some of the color is on your nail extension. So you don't want it to look like that. You want to buff and drill the nail extension line to make it look like it's your nail before we go ahead and apply the Builder Gel. So here I'm just buffing. If you don't have a nail drill, you can use a nail filer and just would file wherever you put the nail extension at. So you would just make sure that you buff, or file till it looks natural, or it looks good enough for you to apply your Builder Gel. So if you watch my videos a lot, you know that I always go crazy with the cuticle area. Like I'm always making sure that I be buffing and drilling around the cuticle area because I always want it to look so natural. So for my people that got a nail drill, this isn't not in real time. This is sped up. So don't come at me saying that this is too fast and you're gonna cut your nails. I just have it at level 2, or I don't know what the indicator is called, but it's at level 2. And then here I am just making sure that my nail shape is leveled out before I go ahead and use my nail filer to shape it. All right, so here I'm just shaping the nails to my desired shape. I have some squares, so I'm just making sure that it looks the same as my right hand. And after that, I'm just going ahead with my rubbing alcohol, and then scrubbing away any dust. I had ran out of nail wipes, so I just had to use my brush to do so. Okay, so see how you can see there's a little space in between the nail extension and then my actual nail. This is why the overlay method works really well, because again, we're going to go ahead with the Build-It gel and it's going to fill up that gap. And then in my following clips, you see how I do exactly that. So this really just helps to, if your nail extension doesn't fit, it's going to work great with that. Okay, so now I'm going ahead with my Builder gel and just taking my time and filling it in on my nail bed. So I start at the cuticle area, but I don't push it on my cuticle. You don't want that because that can also cause lifting.
Yo, home to Bel Air. Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air in West Philadelphia. Born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of.
So I'm showing you guys real time how I clean around my nails. I really take my time to clean around my cuticle area and around my nail bed, because I want to make sure that the gel does not get on my skin. And something that really helps me a lot is just squeezing my nail to make sure that the gel hasn't gotten on anywhere and getting anything that has been left on there.
When a couple of guys who were up to no good
After cleaning, I go ahead and cure for 60 seconds.
started making trouble in my neighborhood.
This is one of the nails that had a space in between the nail extension and my natural nail. So here I'm showing you guys how I exactly put on the gel to make sure that I'm filling in that space.
I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving."
So for the first coat, I use a thin layer, and then I put a blob in between that space, because I know I can go ahead and clean around the area if there's any gel. I'm making sure that I have enough on that area. You can also use a liner brush to make sure that you have enough product on that area as well.
With your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said I might as well kick it. First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be alright. But wait, I hear the prissy, bourgeois and all that. Is this the type of place that they should send this cool cat? I don't think so. I see when I get there. I hope they're prepared for the Prince of Bel Air. The plane landed, and when I came out, there was a dude look like a cop standing there with my name out. I ain't trying to get arrested yet. I just got here. I sprang with the quickness.
After applying the Builder gel to all of my nails and curing for 60 seconds, now we're ready for our color. So with this nail color, I have the Model 160. I can try and see if I can find the exact color on Amazon for you guys and linked it down below. Mine came from a set from like 2 years ago, I think. But if I can find it, I'll link it down below for you guys. It's kind of like just a light pink, but also mixture of beige, but it really gets off pink. So I'm just going off with my first coat and making sure that I'm not overdoing it with that first coat. It comes off a little streaky, but what I did was just make sure that I'm applying light pressure when I put the brush on my nail. It's easier said than done. I do find that the position of your hands also helps with streaky nail polishes. Like, for example, if I have my hands or my fingers clenched towards my face and I'm painting, it actually helps more because I'm applying way less pressure than when I have it placed on a table.
Like lightning disappeared. I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresher than the dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. Yo, home to Bel Air. Up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yelled to the cabby, yo, home, smell you later. Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air.
So now I'm going ahead with my second coat. With streaky nail polishes, you want to go ahead and do about 3 coats so the color can show off more. With each coat, you want to make sure that you're applying very thin layers so that if you want to do more coats, you're able to do so. You don't want to go ahead and do a lot of color because also that causes lifting. All right, so after that, I let it cure for 60 seconds, and that's the final coat. And then now, before you put on your top coat, we're not done. Now we need to apply our gems. So I have these sparkly gems. I went ahead and did like the small ones. So I'm still using my gel glue to apply the gems. So I went ahead and applied like a blob on my surface, and then I'm using my dotted tool to place the glue where I want my gems to be. So I'm going ahead and doing that. If you don't have gel glue or builder gel, you can use regular nail gel that you can use for your nail extensions. I do have video on my shorts on how to apply that. I think I can link it down below. If I'm able to do that, I'll do that. And then you can see that option as well if you don't have builder gel or the gel glue. So I'm going ahead and picking up my gems, and then I'm applying it on where I had put my glue at. And then after being happy with my look, I go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then after curing it for 30 seconds, now we can apply our top coat. So before I place the top coat like on top of the gems, I go ahead and sweep it around it or paint it around it because you still kind of have like builder gel around it. So because I don't want it to look like I have like a blob in the middle, I go ahead and sweep or paint around it with the top coat, and then I paint on top of it so that everything is like layered and smooth. This method also helps your gems stay on longer. After applying the top coat, I go ahead and clean again, and then I finally cure for 60 seconds. So after curing my nails, I go ahead and apply my cuticle oil and make sure that my hands are moisturized. If you do follow this tutorial, let me know how it went for you down in the comment section. If there's anything that you guys want me to record, let me know down in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.